to this studio vlog. If you're new here, I am Sheena of Sheena Lang Illustrations, and today I'm going to take you on a tour of my garden, and then I will be painting some bachelor's buttons, so you'll get to see the bachelor button flower in the garden. They're also called cornflowers, and then you'll get to watch me paint them digitally as well. I'm going to be making some smoothie bowls today because it is very hot. In July in Colorado. It has also been very rainy, and so it is very humid and very hot, so we definitely need to cool down with some smoothie bowls. So you'll get to see how I do that, and because of the heat, which I've mentioned, we're gonna make some iced coffee. So let's go make some iced coffee first, and then we'll go on the garden tour, and then we'll paint some flowers. Okay, let's go. Okay, welcome to the garden tour. We are going to start with this box over here, but I have multiple raised boxes, garden bed boxes that my husband made out of wood, and I have lots of flowers and vegetables in them. Right now it is very, very hot in July, and so I'm doing this at the end of the day where it is a little less hot and there's a bit of wind, so it's nicer. Excuse, I don't know if you can see, but I have eczema on my eyes, so excuse that if my eye looks strange. So we'll start with this box over here, which has my globe mallow, which you will have seen me drawing in my previous vlog, and you'll get to see the globe mallow in person. It's a native here in Colorado, so let's check that out, and then we'll move on to the vegetables.
Hello everyone, this is VoiceOver Sheena here. You're looking at a beautiful butterfly on my yarrow, and we're going to cut straight to the bachelor's buttons that I'm going to paint later today or tomorrow. And it was way too hot for me to stand out there and talk about the garden, so I decided to do a voiceover inside where it's much cooler. These bachelor's buttons look a little worse for wear from all the heat, but I wanted to show you a profile because I'm hoping to paint a profile of a bachelor's button. I'm going to paint blue ones, but I will vectorize them so I can make them other colors. Here are my pumpkins. This is a pumpkin flower with two cute little bees sleeping inside of it. Oh my gosh, I found these little bees in here and they were so cute. I had to videotape them. They stayed in there away from the heat, sleeping for quite a while. And you can see here I've put my pumpkin vines up on a trellis. It makes a lot of shade and it's really pretty, and it helps with the pests and the bugs, so I've tied them up there. And they're getting pretty big. Here is my globe mallow. Those are little seed pods, so the flowers dry and turn into these little seed pods. And I just sprinkle them around because I like the globe mallow. So it grows more. This one actually grew from me sprinkling the seeds around. I painted globe mallow flowers on my last vlog from my Western collection. You can go back and see that. I've also planted a lot of herbs, sage and thyme, and a lot of yarrow. I've planted a lot of yarrow, different colors, white, yellow, as you see here, and at the beginning there was a pink colored one. These are my Coco Loco roses, and they're supposed to be a little brown, but they're mostly pink. I also planted potatoes, which you'll see in the last vlog as well. These potatoes we plant every year in these wooden boxes that my husband made, and I love these. We plant potatoes in both of these boxes every year. And here are the pavers that my husband has been putting in a beautiful herringbone pattern I asked for. And as I'm doing this voiceover, the pavers are actually finished. And you can see my cucumbers there. I have a ton of them. I cannot keep up with my cucumbers, and they like to hide from me underneath all that green, and then they turn giant Jurassic-sized cucumbers, so I've been giving them away because I have so many of them. The same thing is happening with my zucchini as well. I love how the vines spill over. It's so pretty. These are some little shishito peppers. I gave them some bone meal because they're not as big as I was hoping they would get. And I also have some little asparagus right here. And this is a little tickweed flower, I think is what it's called. And some more bachelor's buttons. I have these in multiple locations. I really like these. Or cornflowers. Some people call them cornflowers. You can put them in tea. I use them for tea blends as well. I have some pincushion flowers, and these white pincushion flowers are some of my favorite. I like putting flowers in the garden because they help attract the pollinators so that they will pollinate my vegetables, and I will get a lot of cucumbers and zucchini and tomatoes like I have been. So last year I had issues with pollinators, but this year I have not had as much trouble, thank goodness. I have lots of flowers here, and some carrots in there as well in this planter. And these are actually onions that overwintered, and I let them bloom, and those were little seed pods. I also have some green beans. I have green ones and I have purple ones. The purple ones are very cool. And here is some of my zucchini, which these giant Jurassic plants just keep producing so much zucchini. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little mini tour of my garden. And this little bee is so cute. I saved her from a water puddle and then she dries off and just flies away. So let's move on to the smoothie bowls now.